covering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
Four wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut. Cloudy skies, wind, and a threat of rain. But we've got baseball coming. We believe it. And on this Tuesday in May, it's getting down to crunch time, Joey Yashinsky, and we've got a dandy today. We've got Division IV power Plymouth Christian taking on Wall Lake Western, the state champs of 1984, against the runners-up of last year, Plymouth Christian, the Eagles. How you doing, young man?
Very good. Fun to be out here. You know, interesting weather day. We'll see how the elements affect the play out here with some significant wind. Looks like some sunshine maybe bleeding in, but anytime you have a powerhouse from one division taking on a team from another, kind of an interesting dynamic, and obviously both teams really wanting to get right heading into the state playoffs.
Let's start with Plymouth Christian, the Eagles, a sleeping giant, and they're led by a first-year head coach in Aero Percola, and he comes in, a guy that spent his years at Macomb, Dakota, cutting his teeth. He comes in first year, and he's got this lineup. Look, the cover wasn't bare. They just had a head coach move on. They've got another power. They reloaded.
Yeah, a lot of pressure when you come in and take over a program that you don't necessarily have to build from the ground up. It's already there. You just have to maintain that high level of excellence. He's done a fabulous job. They're 10-0 in conference. They've already got 21 wins against 10 losses. So they've got all the confidence in the world heading into this game against Wall Lake Western.
Western 15-13 under Scott Peterson in his fourth year. We'll talk to both head coaches next. We got a dandy, a couple of clubs local, but division-wise, a few apart. We'll see today on the field how far apart they are. We're the Prep. Thanks for watching. Here's Scott Peterson, the head coach of Wall Lake Western in his fourth year. Has his team a couple games over 500, but in position where you guys are ready to make a move in the postseason. Talk about this year and what it's been like with this youth movement.
Yeah, it's been at times frustrating, but very exciting watching these guys grow and mature and develop as players. From where we started to where we are now, we are much further advanced than we had hoped. I think we're really excited going into the playoffs.
What can we get a preview of today as your team enters a tough district at the end of the week? What can we expect to see offensively from your team when things have gone right? What's really been working for you guys?
Well, I think we stay aggressive on the bases. We try to move runners along, whether it's small ball, whether it's directional hitting, whatever we're trying to do. We try to get people kind of off their rhythm a little bit. We plan on practicing that a little bit more today. Defensively, I think we're going to rotate through some pitchers, try to get them some work prior to the playoffs, and just kind of make sure that they're on their game for that.
In years past, the offense has been kind of the heavy part, the top part of your team. This year, the pitching seems to have taken to the forefront. You got some depth there. How do you like the pitching so far this year?
Oh, I love our pitching. We've had guys like Pasha Goffey, Lucas Hoffmeyer, who have really kind of stepped into their own and really grown and matured as players. Zach Emmer this is his first full season. He's been injured in each of the last two seasons early in the season. And he's really emerged as a top-level talent in this conference. And frankly, I think we go as far as he takes us.
You scheduled the game against Plymouth Christian. I know they have a place in your heart. Talk about the relationship with this great school.
Oh, PCA's a fantastic school. We sent our oldest son to PCA. Actually, he asked us to go to PCA. I should make that clarification. He had a great time there, great experience there. They have 1 year of baseball, ran track. Love the community of coaches and everybody there. It's so welcoming, and it's very disciplined. I mean, people sometimes look at a small school and they don't think that they're going to have a good athletic program or anything like that. PCA is definitely the exception, especially when it comes to baseball. I was just talking to their coaches, and they have more guys come out for their program than we have come out for ours, and they only have 250 high school students, and we have 1,100. So it's a very well-coached group. They had a great season last season. It looks they're having a great season this season, so it's going to be a good challenge for us.
Scott, thanks for taking some time. All the best today and the rest of the postseason.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, you bet. There he is. That's Scott Peterson, head coach Walled Lake Western, getting his team ready to take on the Eagles of Plymouth Christian. We'll have more in the start of today's game coming up on the prep right after this. We're here with Eero Perkala, the head coach of Plymouth Christian, as we get set for Plymouth Christian and Walled Lake Western. Your team's had an outstanding year coming off the heels of a finalist appearance last year. I know you weren't the head coach, but you were aware of that, and your boys, a young team, have taken off in this season already, 20 wins.
Yep. It's been great for this young team. I mean, it's nice having these sophomores, freshmen, juniors really step up big time for us. They're really setting a standard for this program, and really for the younger guys coming up, they're showing everyone what it's like to be a varsity player at PCA.
You probably compare naturally last year to this year. You weren't here last year.
Correct.
You came in with fresh eyes. Do you think that's been an advantage for you?
I think so. I've been able to create the culture that I want to at PCA, and it's been really nice to do that.
Your game today against Walled Lake Western, a competitive team that plays out of Division I. You guys scheduled this game. Tell the benefit of this contest today.
Yep, that's been a lot of our season so far. Scheduling these Division I, Division II, Division III teams just only sets us up for the playoffs. So being able to compete with them really sets us up for trying to make the title run again. So that'll be great for us.
Give us a preview of what you've been able to do offensively this year when you've had success. Who's been at the head of the snake, so to speak, for your team?
Yep. My biggest guys right now is the top three. It's Luke Janinigan, Cooper Weaver, and Michael Fernandez, and Michael Levine. All three guys were varsity players last year on that state final team, and they've been really setting a precedent. If we can hit the ball around gap-to-gap power and even some small ball action, that's when you see the offense take off.
What can we expect to see the pitching today, and what can we expect to see from Mr. Fernandez?
Today's going to be a mix of everything. We got playoff game Friday, so it's going to be more of a bullpen game today. But Michael Fernandez, he has that hard fastball and a really good slurve, so we're excited to see that today from him.
All the best today, Eero. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, that's Eero Perkala getting his team ready to take on Walled Lake Western. We'll have more from Walled Lake as we get set for Western and Plymouth Christian on the prep right after this. Chad Bush and Joey Yashinsky with you. Walled Lake Western, we're ready for baseball. It's windy, it's cloudy, who cares? It's baseball on a Tuesday, and in the box is Luke Janinigan, and he will face the hot right arm of Lucas Hoffmeyer. What should we know about Hoffmeyer, Joey?
One of the top arms for this Walled Lake Western team really emerged as just a sophomore, 6'2", 200. Got a nice live arm. Likes to keep the ball in the 84 to 85 range. Also got a good late-breaking slider, so impressive stuff from the sophomore.
He'll face Luke Janinigan, batting .402, tops on this team, just a sophomore. 1-1 count, and that's the slider, and that's fouled. Your home plate umpire is Harvey Freed, and the base umpire is David Crow. Just underway from Walled Lake Western, LVC against the Private School League. Janinigan awaits the long pitch, and it was off the helmet of Harvey Freed. And I don't know, the catcher, Gavin Roberts.
Didn't even get a piece of it. It looked like a pretty normal pitch there, wasn't it?
Yeah, we'll try to see what went wrong here. But
maybe a cross up there, you know, a high fastball, maybe expecting something breaking lower in the zone. And
I think so. Harvey Freed shaking the cobwebs off. This is a nice courtesy move by the catcher, Gavin Roberts. And here's a look, Joey.
Let's take a look here. Just airballed it. Not a wild pitch by any stretch of the imagination, but right off the mask of the home plate ump.
2-2 the count through it all. Janinigan awaits the righty Lucas Hoffmeyer. 85 on that fastball. There it is, strike three. Freed saw it oh so clear. One up and one down.
And he gave him the call. You'd think maybe after that prior pitch, maybe make him pay for that. But no, that ball was right down Main Street. So got to make that call. And good to see Harvey Freed up on his feet doing fine after taking one pretty direct right to the head.
He's in the media business, broadcaster in his own right. Lucas Hoffmeyer, the number 2 starter on this team. It's a fastball just low. Cooper Weaver, the junior third baseman, guy that returned from last year's club. It's a very young team for for Plymouth Christian. There's a look at the lineup for Plymouth Christian and the Eagles. Levine is in the on-deck circle. Michael Fernandez will pitch and hit. Miles Lozelle, Brandon Shalek, Hudson Campbell, Dylan Beasley, Danny Antone, and Fernandez on the mound. Right now on the mound, it's Lucas Hoffmeyer, 82-85 with that fastball. Got that slider, Joey, with a late break. We've seen both pitches so far. This is a very good baseball player and athlete for Western. 2-1 is upstairs. Call it 3-1.
Yeah, I think the plan, at least as far as pregame from Coach Scott Peterson, to let Hoffmeyer maybe go 2 or 3, then bring in the number 2 starter as well as Zach Emmer, try and get both some significant work here before the state tournament.
Upstairs, that's a walk to Cooper Weaver, and it sets the table for one of the best players on this team, and Michael Levine, returning all-stater from a year ago, and the junior center fielder. Big-time stick. A guy that really has some pop, great speed, and he's got a man on. The Eagles trying to do something special on the road in Walled Lake. That's a low strike called, 1-1.
Yeah, pretty impressive the year they've had with not a very experienced roster. I think maybe just not a ton of upperclassmen when you look at that starting lineup.
There's the slider that misses. A young team, yeah, just 2 seniors on the club. And Aero Percola's got something to work with for some time. 21 wins on the year, 1 tie. Runner not going. Levine cuts at it. What a year it's been for Michael Levine, the 6', 165 outfielder. Took the place of his brother Joey, who was an all-stater and graduated in 2022. He's 1 of 7, and he's got number 8 on the way. His father does, and mother.
Busy family.
Busy family, very active, wonderful family. At first is Weaver, and Levine says that's too much time.
Like you said, his grandfather was a fabulous athlete as well. Is that right?
The commissioner indeed was, and still is. Runner not going. That one is popped up in foul territory. Coming over and back and unable to get it is the catcher, Gavin Roberts. Great hustle, but to no avail.
Yeah, I think both teams are going to take this game very seriously, in as much as it's not a league game, nor is it a state playoff game, but I think a lot to be taken as far as momentum, confidence heading into the upcoming tournament. Both teams would really love to go in with a win.
You bet. Plymouth Christian going all the way to the final game last year before bowing out to Mid-Michigan's Beale City. Levine awaits the pitch. Got him on strikes. That's the fastball from Hoffmeyer. That's his second strikeout, and there's 2 down with the man on. Here's another look.
Well, some great heat there just in the upper quadrant. Really tough pitch to lay off, but also just as tough to catch up to.
That'll bring up Michael Fernandez. He is pitching on that same mound that Hoffmeyer is on now. Fernandez, one of the best players on this team, couple of home runs, a lot of power in this bat. Just a sophomore. Inside corner strike called.
Kind of a De La Salle look to their uniforms, would you say? Is that
Yeah, purple and gold.
Similar palette.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, purple and gold. Good looking unis. Like their hats. Slider that just misses, but that's the sharp break for Lucas Hoffmeyer. For Walled Lake Western, 15-13. They're also a young team, just 4 seniors on their club. They're working without their ace, Chase Schwerking. 1-2 is popped up in foul territory. and Price will hustle and won't get there. There's a lot of foul territory. I mean, this is like Oakland A's Coliseum foul territory.
Good call.
And there's a lot of room. Goffey just said, I'm not even going to take a stab at that.
I don't need to do a mini marathon here to go get a ball that I'm not going to get to.
1-2 the count. Edging off is Weaver. Hoffmeyer to the set. And that one is foul tap back, and Hoffmeyer trying to get out of dodge.
Yeah, he's really kept the Eagles off balance throughout the top of the first, mixing the fastball with the breaking stuff. Both have looked good thus far.
Lucas Hoffmeyer, 5 wins on the year to his credit. Slider outside the zone. 5-2 on the year. It's been a guy that's been dominating at times this year. Throw down to first, snap throw, and he is back, but not without a concern and a scare by the Eagles. Roberts showing off that arm.
Yeah, nice looking play from Roberts, trying to get out of here without having to even throw a pitch. Nice throw, good tag, just got in.
Edging back off as Weaver. Slider, strike 3 called. Hoffmeyer strikes out the side. Eagles get a base runner, but he's stranded at first. We go to the home half of the first. No score.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
Here's the lineup for Scott Peterson's Walled Lake Western Warriors. Leading off, it's Ryan Boyce in left field. Batting second, it's Bernie Amador. He's in center field. Lucas Price is the right fielder. Batting third, Gavin Roberts is the cleanup hitter. He's doing the catching. Bryce Wiggins is the shortstop, the coach on the field, and he'll bat fifth. Lucas Hoffmeyer, the pitcher, will hit for himself. Thank you very much. Pasha Goffey is the first baseman. Kyle Klima is the second baseman. He'll bat eighth. And Novak Lazic is the hot corner 9 hitter for the Walled Lake Western Warriors. 15-13 under Scott Peterson. And they will face the right-hander Fernandez, who pumps in a strike here. This is just a sophomore. What do you like about Fernandez?
Yeah, also similar, nice velocity, similar to what we saw from Hoffmeyer. We'll get it in the mid-80s, up towards 86, and also an impressive slurve and mixes in a change. So I think we're going to see good mix, good repertoire of pitches from both of the right-handers.
Ryan Boyce looks at one outside the zone, 2-1. Ground ball, shortstop. Janinigan with it. Fire over to first. And up with it for out number 1. That's Josh Pop over at first. 1 up and 1 down. And that will bring up Bernie Amador, the center fielder.
Nice soft hands there from Janinigan. Hard hit ball right out of the gate. Nice throw over across the diamond.
Walled Lake Western hired Scott Peterson in October of 2020. His oldest son actually went to Plymouth Christian. His name's Chase. He graduated in 2018. Peterson had nothing but great things to say about Plymouth Christian.
Who is his son rooting for today? Is he rooting for his alma mater? Is he rooting for his dad coaching on the other side?
You know what? That'll be a good post-game question. Will your son reveal his colors now? Michael Fernandez. Outside corner just missed, and Boyce has done what he's done all year long, just work this count. The count is full. 3-2. Boyce having a great year. Very mechanically sound hitter. Saw Boyce on the football field as well. Excuse me, Bernie Amador, my bad. Getting ahead of myself. Boyce has already been retired. Amador just a sophomore. 325 hitter.
Good at bat here from Amador. Making Fernandez work. Has a good eye. You'd think that he's going to make him throw a strike 3-2, or he'll mosey on down to first.
Swing and a miss. Got him on strikes, and Fernandez says, we're here and we can hang. 2 up and 2 down. Plymouth Christian representing Division 4 here and now.
Yeah, pretty huge strikeout total for a high school season, which obviously isn't as long as a college or pro season. 72 strikeouts now for Fernandez, a big number.
Michael Wines, that's the slider. That's a silky smooth break over the heart of the plate.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem like a day where either manager is going to necessarily let a guy go 5, 6, 7 innings, but based on at least the early returns, I think this could have been kind of a full-out pitching duel. Both guys looking sharp.
Bet. Fernandez misses wide. Nobody on. It's popped out of play. Plymouth Christian lost to Clinton on Friday and then tied with them in the second end of the doubleheader. They lost 6-5 and then tied 10-10 to Clinton. They've not won 4 of their last 5, so this is kind of a time where they've challenged themselves. They played a tough schedule, but they did go a perfect 10-0 in league play, including a sweep over Oakland Christian, their nemesis. That one is driven high and deep to left. Going back is Loisel. He'll have room. He'll make the catch. And it's a 1-2-3 clean first for the righty, Fernandez. No score.
Throughout your life, from big moments to ones well-earned, we're your financial guardian angel. Alliance Catholic Credit Union.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores! Here's the defense for Walled Lake Western. It's Goffey at first, Klima at second, Wiggins at short, Lazic at third, Boyce in left, Amador in center, Price in right, Roberts behind home plate. And it's the right-hander, Hoffmeyer, on the mound. For Walled Lake Western, he had a clean first, Joey. And he's been dominant at times this year when he gets in a nice groove, has that fastball and slider working. So far, it was a pretty nice looking first appearance.
Yeah, I mean, we talked to Coach Peterson, obviously lamenting the loss of, the big gun for their team in terms of Chase Schwirking, but major slack has been picked up by Hoffmeyer as well as Zach Emmer. Hoffmeyer just a sophomore, but, stepping right into one of those top 2 spots in the rotation, trying to make up for a guy going to Central Michigan and Chase Schwirking, but has done a very nice job filling that void, playing a big part for the Warriors.
He has indeed. So here's Price, swing and a miss. Inside corner, strike called. Ooh, that got him inside, up and in. And so that's Miles Loisel, who gets hit by the pitch. So Plymouth Christian has a man on.
And not a day where it feels very good to get hit in the shoulder blade, upper back. A little bit chilly out here, stiff wind.
There's a base hit to left field. How about it? Brandon Shalek with a base hit. And so, man on and a man out. How about this?
Big spot here for the DH Campbell. 2 on, nobody out.
Hudson Campbell is one of 2 seniors in that starting lineup. Shalek with a first hit today for either team.
Yeah, we'll see what kind of strategy Percola wants to employ here. Does he want to possibly move the runners over with Campbell? Try and get a couple guys in scoring position. We'll see what he wants to do.
7-hitter squares to bunt. It's fouled back. The runner Shalek will have to go back. Plymouth Christian has played some tough competition this year. And Campbell's been one of those guys that's been productive. 265 hitter. We'll see if the bunt is on.
It wasn't able to get it down in that first attempt. Maybe not often that a 6'5" hitter is asked to lay one down, but everyone's got to do their part to scratch some runs across.
Foul back, 2 runners on. Plymouth Christian looking to make a move.
As much as possible, Campbell would like to push this one to the right side, at least get the man over to third.
Loisel was hit by a pitch. He's at second. Shalek had a single, and what will Campbell do in a 1-2 count? Chopper to short, charged by Wiggins. Throw to second for 1, relay to first, and it's a double play. 2 for the price of 1. Loisel goes to third. But how about the combination of Wiggins to Klima to Goffey?
Boy, not a ball that I thought that they were going to be able to get 2 on. Kind of a high chopper to Wiggins, but a very strong throw to second and a great turn from Klima. Really much needed double play. Hoffmeyer smiling after that one.
And how about the scoop by Goffey?
Excellent play.
Big fella. So 2 are out. Plymouth Christian says, hey, we still got one at third. That's Loisel, and that'll bring up Dylan Beasley. There's a pop fly, right center field, fairly deep ball carrying it. It's going to drop in. That's a base hit for Dylan Beasley. It's 1-0 Plymouth Christian. On the 2-out RBI double off the bat of the 8-hitter Dylan Beasley, the sophomore.
He turned the fortunes around there. The Eagles' inning was kind of going the wrong way after that double play. They had 2 on and nobody out, but a huge 2-out hit to the gap in right center, and first one on the board for Plymouth Christian.
How about it? Clutch hitting from the 10th grader, Beasley. So that will bring up the 9-hitter, Danny Antone, the right fielder. 1-0 Plymouth Christian.
Yeah, a lot of wind out here, but he got a good barrel on that ball. Traveled a long way.
It did. Wind, we've got a light rain right now. That's a slider that's fouled off by Danny Antone. Antone batting .234 on the year. A couple of triples. He's driven in 8. He's out on strikes here, but not before the Eagles come into Commerce and get themselves a run and give Fernandez the lead on this man's double with 2 outs, Dylan Beasley. 1-0 Eagles.
West Oakland Wings baseball.
Focus. Hard work.
Sportsmanship.
Perseverance.
Respect. Integrity.
That boy.
1, 2, 3. Wings.
Huron Valley Athletic Complex, where dreams, passion, and hard work create success.
Eagles with a 1-0 lead. Fernandez back on the bump. The senior trying to work with some insurance. The defense behind him, it's Beasley the catcher. It's Pop at first, Shalek at second, Janinigan at short, Weaver at third, Loisel in left, Levine in center, and Antone in right. Campbell the DH, and overcoming obstacles. A double play, it lets you down, and then your 8-hitter picks you up. I mean, what does that do for a team?
Yeah, that's the name of the game in baseball. You know, you pick the next guy up. You know, you have a tough at bat. What do you say when you go back to the dugout? You say, pick me up. Yep. That's what Dylan Beasley did there. And on the other side, obviously a potential crooked inning from Hoffmeyer averted with that big double play. So great turn, Wiggins to Klima over to Goffey. And I like the firm delivery from Wiggins at short. That kind of got the whole thing started. If he thinks we're just getting one, tosses it over semi-softly to second. They're not getting 2, so good job all the way around.
It'll be Roberts, Wiggins, and Hoffmeyer. And Roberts, the catcher, pops it up out of play. They're putting up a beautiful new facility behind us in Walled Lake Western and adding on to their complex here. Fouled back. That ball was sent back towards that complex. Of course, we've covered Walled Lake Western in football on the prep a couple of years. But right now it's their baseball team, 15-13, trying to get some momentum. That one's rifled on the line, but foul by about 4 feet. David Crow was right on it. Antone will do a little bit of yard work, throw that thing in.
A lot of strikes early from Fernandez. Getting ahead of every hitter. 0-2 again here on Roberts.
That one is bolted to left. That's down for a hit in front of Loisel. So a base hit for the leadoff man. Gavin Roberts, the catcher, came in batting .350, and he continues to stay hot, Joey.
Yeah, one of the top players here for Peterson's squad. Takes a little bit of a hanger there. Definitely not the 0-2 pitch you're looking for. You got a couple to work with. You can waste them here, there, and everywhere, but kind of put that one right in the happy zone, and Roberts took advantage.
So that'll bring up Wiggins, the shortstop, who was clutch in turning that double play, which erased a couple base runners. So nobody out. Tying run at first. Strike called.
Yeah, good offensive player here, Wiggins, hitting .362 on the year. He's got 20 RBIs, also a threat to steal should he reach.
A lot of things you can do with him right here in an 0-1 count.
He got a tremendous amount going on in his back pockets in terms of the big, there's a towel and a sliding glove.
Popped him up. Janinigan goes out. Levine comes in. Janinigan hauls it in. That's a big out against a dangerous bat. And so now there's one out in the Warrior second inning. Good communication here by the middle infielder and the outfielder Levine communicating.
We'll see the double-sided skill set here from Hoffmeyer, supposedly also very, very good with the bat as well.
He is, and you got to wonder if the courtesy runner is not going to be on his way at some point as well. Courtesy runner has came into the game for Roberts. Go back to first base. Pinch runner is number 8. It's Jackson Feck, or Jackson Fetch. 5'6", 145-pound sophomore. He was a JV player that was brought up for the playoffs. Timeout at home plate. Lucas Hoffmeyer, the sophomore, 6'2", 200-pounder. Batting .345, but he's tardy with that Fernandez fireball.
Yeah, to this point, the Fernandez fastball has been too powerful for the Warriors in the early stages.
85. There goes the runner, swing and a miss. The throw is into center field. Right there on the spot is Levine to back it up, but it's a stolen base for the sophomore and the newly player from JV, Jackson Fetch. And here's another look at his stolen base.
Gets called up to the big squad and gets himself in the box score with a stolen base. Nice effort.
It's his 14th stolen base of the year. Of course, tracks his stats back to JV. We got JV stats here on the prep. How about that?
No stone left unturned here.
No, we'll find you if you're at some level. That one is looped foul. Watch out. Kyle Buchanan didn't even flinch. That figure just stayed right where it's at. He's got that L screen. Look at, he's spoiled today. Scott Peterson and the Wall Lake Western folks are just spoiling our staff, and we appreciate it. Thanks to Sarah Facemeyer and to Scott Peterson, Wall Lake Western, for hosting this. Thanks to our good friends at Jets Pizza and Tropical Smoothie, under the ownership of Joe Levine, for making this broadcast possible. We are the prep. Fastball up and in. We got a battle going on right here between a couple of pitchers.
Really good pitcher-on-pitcher battle here. An excellent eye. Hoffmeyer's taking some pretty close pitches here from Fernandez, and has a good read on this delivery.
Well, they want to talk about something. Let's see what's being talked about. They just wanted a baseball. Sometimes you just need a new baseball and everything's better.
Maybe a little bit wet. Maybe he wants a little bit of a better grip.
Or one with more grip. I don't know.
More mud, something.
We'll never know. Upstairs with a full count offering. So the go-ahead run now at first. The tying run at second in the name of the sophomore Fetch, who has stolen second base. And now Hoffmeyer says, I don't run bases. Get me out of here. And so they will check in number 18. That, of course, is Mikey Gross, the sophomore. A guy that you'll see mainly on the mound.
Really nice at bat there from Hoffmeyer. A lot of pitches close, and took them all.
He did. That is belted foul and tardy. So this is Pasha Goffey, guy who also is a defensive lineman in football. This is a big guy that does a lot of things. Scott Peterson likes him, Joey. Why?
Yeah, I mean, just a sophomore, obviously a big frame, 6'4", 225, and was really hitting well early in the year. Has cooled off a little bit lately with the schedule kind of amping up, but a nice bat. May have taken a tough call there. I thought it was a good take, low in the zone, but Fried saw otherwise. But big things to come in the next couple of years from Goffey.
Well located slider from Fernandez. Got him there. How about it? Slider City. And there's quickly 2 outs. Fernandez filthy with those slide pieces.
Yeah, I think Fernandez was a little bit perturbed with that prior at bat, was ahead on his counter, Hoffmeyer, and let him off the hook and wasted no time in dispatching Goffey.
Here's Kyle Klima with 2 outs, tying run at second base. Go ahead run at first. Klima, 9 RBIs on the year. Looking to drive in his teammate Fetch, the sophomore from second base. Outside the zone, Scott Peterson raves about Kyle Klima. The fact that he's one of the hardest working players in the program. You know, one of those first to arrive, last to leave. Kind of like you at parties in the 90s, Joey.
Exactly.
He's like that with baseball. And he's really elevated his game tremendously in the last year. He draws a walk here, and the bases are now loaded. And that'll leave it up to the 9-hitter, Novak Lazic.
Yeah, a little bit of frustration here on the part of Fernandez. He tried catching that delivery back from the catcher with his bare hand. Actually had the ball get away from him a little bit. So he's going to want to lock in here.
Fetch at third, Gross at second. They're both courtesy runners. Courtesy indeed at second and third. Klima at first. And it's all up to the 9-hitter. Lazic against Fernandez, who just keeps firing against this Division I club and fitting in just like an old slipper at grandmother's house.
When he's locating the heater right now, been very tough to catch up to on the part of Walled Lake Western, but a big opportunity here from Lazic to drive in a couple, potentially take the lead. You want to at least put the ball in play. Too many strikeouts early for Walled Lake Western.
Popped him up foul out of play. Young fan from Northville's going to get that. A bird nearly got hit, according to Austin Sonnenberg. He's a bird watcher in the offseason. That's fine. He knows a bird when he sees one. Strike called. Got him on strikes. Fernandez froze him. Backwards K. Inning over. Lead reserved.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores! Welcome back to cloudy and, well, rain passing by just to say hi and touch us and bless us with a good baseball game. Tropical Smoothie Cafe has blessed us with some great smoothies today. Go find them in Royal Oak, 29486 Woodward, right smack dab, right off of M1 in Royal Oak. Give them a call, 248-951-8987, Tropical Smoothie Cafe. And what a great time to have tropical smoothies. Summertime. It's a little chilly today, but the owner and proprietor of Tropical Smoothie Cafe, joins us now. And Joe Levine, thanks so much for joining us, man. What a game you decided to be a part of and sponsor, and lo and behold, here it is. This is a fabulous contest.
Yeah, I knew it would be. I know that we got a young team here. You know, losing those seniors and the 3 All-State players is a big change, but I knew that we had some momentum and that winning culture is starting to take place at the school. So,
and the expectations now for Plymouth Christian, I mean, the bar has really raised. And I know Era Percola is continuing the momentum of the former head coach that did such a great job, and Joseph Bodorf.
Yeah.
Did I say that right?
Bodoff.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry for that, Coach. Coach is probably fishing right now somewhere.
Yes, he's living in Arizona right now. That's where he retired to. And we knew it would be some adjustments. A coach for 16 years being in the program. And, you know, people just as little kids looked up to him saying, oh, that's going to be our baseball coach one day. So, but yeah, we're very thankful and blessed to have Arrow jump right in. To have a young coach like that that's played,
yeah,
you know, it brings some more fire to the team, and that they want to do well for him. They seem like a big brother even in ways, you know.
He is young enough but relatable, and a guy that's done some good things. He learned from one of the best up at Macomb, Dakota. This is Luke Janinigan, the leadoff hitter, and he looks at a breaking ball inside. Count evens at 2-2. We're with Joe Levine.
Yeah, so Luke is one of our 3 starters that are returning from last year. Micah, Luke, and Michael, the pitcher, in the first few innings that you saw. So, you know, there's been a lot of pressure on them, those 3, to kind of carry the torch from losing, you know, Noah Atneyer, college catcher, Jordan Scott, who's a college basketball player.
Oh, is that right? Where'd he go?
They both play at Kelvin. Actually.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great school.
Yeah. So they were leaders of this team, but the young guys really kind of took a step forward this year and knew they had to do more.
They've done that. 21 wins on the year for Plymouth Christian. So here is Cooper Weaver, and he check swings at that Hoffmeyer slider. It's been really good. Both pitchers kind of this fastball slider combination that's been very effective.
Yes. A little bit about Cooper. Cooper's returning from Tommy John surgery. He started as a freshman for us at second base, and he sat out last year. So he was hungry this year. He worked hard in the offseason, and you could see he's our #1 hitter this year, and he really paid off all the hard work he put in.
Gaudy numbers out of the lefty as he stays away from that outside pitch. Cooper, mighty in stature, that crouch, the power. Like you could tell the coil up.
Yes,
there's a lot of power in that slight build.
He definitely can hit all fields, that's for sure, and he's ready to go. You know, like in a game like this that we schedule, obviously it's a lot larger of a school, but it's been good for us. We've competed well with a lot of schools, you know, outside of our division. So
out is Weaver, and here comes Micah Levine. Do you know this guy?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Do you ever lose track of your children? I mean, you have 7, and congratulations, you have number 8 on the way.
Yes, I do.
And I mean, it's the most respectful way.
Yeah.
Like, do you ever, like, I mean...
Maybe more when they're little. They're hard to control a little bit, to keep, you know where they were, but...
Unbelievable how you do
for
this.
the most part, but...
This guy's a pretty memorable kid and player. He's made his name for himself. Joey, his brother, 2022 grad.
Yes.
And both center fielders, and he's picked up right where older bro left off.
Yes. My junior year is kind of when his brother took off, and that's kind of been seen that for him this year, that happening for him as well. They both have a chance to play center field, which they love to do. They love to run because they both play football as well. And, yeah, so it's pretty it's a pretty good swing, and that is nearly a double off the bag. Yeah, so he's hoping to he was one of our, I think, 5 All-State players last year, yeah, so we had a really good run at the end of the year, and we're looking to continue to do the same thing this year.
That's just a sophomore year ago, now a junior, and Levine trying to do something here to get things rolling with 2 outs and a 2-2 count against Hoffmeyer. And that one is popped deep and foul down that left field line. You got that pop from the commissioner.
Yes, he did. Yep.
Commissioner play baseball?
The commissioner is strictly a football guy.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So you handle the baseball. He handles the football.
Yeah.
Larry
yes.
handles the basketball.
Yes, you
okay.
got it.
Everybody's got their sport.
You
That's
got
cool.
it. You got it. Yeah.
All right. It all started at St. Anne's.
All started at St. Anne's. Yep.
Yeah.
The
Italian kitchen.
Yeah, the Italian kitchen. The kids of an athletic director, right? So
Yeah.
at a young age,
Yeah.
you were around, around the school all the time, and you just fell in love with all these different sports. And yeah, it was really a great experience growing up.
I bet.
Definitely.
I bet. Great leader of young men and women.
Yes, for sure.
Full count is popped up, right side. Klima backs up, has the catch, so a good at bat, but it ends in a pop out. 1-0 Plymouth Christian. Proven they can hang in Walled Lake today. A lot of chicken left on the bone. We got a dandy. Thanks to Joe Levine for making this game possible. We're coming back on the prep to the bottom half of the inning right after this.
As the voice of Michigan's student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports should be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive.
We believe that athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe that students in the stands should have fun,
but not take away the focus from the game.
We believe coaches should act like teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and support their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
Visit Jets Pizza in Westland at 6546 North Wayne Road. Visit our friends at Jets Pizza there, 734-728-4400. You can also find them in Peachtree City. Hey, you're down in the ATL, you get hungry, you go over to Peachtree and go to 1257 North Peachtree Parkway. Find them out there, Jets Pizza. Joe Levine taking this thing nationwide. Started in Detroit, it's expanding down to the ATL. How about in Ann Arbor? That's a little closer, 1749 Plymouth Road. Find them at 734-332-1300. We are enjoying pizza from your Westland facility today, and boy, was it delicious. Not just pizza, the turbo bread. I like this 24-piece XL. It just gets everything.
Yeah, for sure.
All the squares, all the love, all of it. And there we look at our camera. Hi, Kyle. How are you? We're on camera. Look. Jets Pizza, go find them. Hey, there we are. Say hi, Joe. We're on TV. Yes. Thank you, Kyle. Kyle's behind that L screen.
Okay.
Yep. There is a leadoff ground ball to short. This is Boyce. This is Janinigan in now at pitcher, and that's Fernandez, the shortstop. He throws over to first to pop, and there's one out. Quickly retired is the leadoff man, Ryan Boyce. How about this defense?
Yeah, so Luke's had a really solid year here pitching. He pitches great location pitches, and he gets guys to ground out a lot of quick innings with him out there.
This is quite the combo and a 1-2 punch that Plymouth Christian has. Fernandez, the start, and then seeing Janinigan come in. A little bit of a less of a power pitcher, a more finesse guy.
Definitely. Great location pitcher. Like I said, he keeps you thinking out there. He's all over the strike zone, really mixing it up. And it's a great combination with Fernandez throwing so hard. He comes in, changes eye level, changes speeds, and it works out really well, as you can see.
Yeah, Bernie Amador rattles the cage, as you can hear. And Bernie's had a fine year for the Warriors. .325 hitter with some speed, 10 stolen bases. Just a sophomore, guy that also plays soccer. Swing and a miss. How about it? Janinigan comes in and he picks up where Fernandez left off. How about this pitch?
Yeah, I mean, that was a solid pitch there. Just changing speeds on that, he just threw him off. And that's what he's been doing all year. And it's been working well for us as a team, that's for sure.
So here comes Price. Price is wrong on that swing. 6'2", 200-pounder, 324. It's been a good year for the right fielder. And he sends one his way, and it's going to drop in his home. He's going to turn for 2. Throw to second, not in time. It was kind of in that Bermuda Triangle. And it's a hustle double off the bat of Lucas Price to get things rolling for the Warriors. It's kind of in that no man's land, a Sinai hit.
Yeah.
Nothing anybody could do about it. But how about the hustle and the awareness of Price? Now, he's out there with 2 outs. And this is a big at-bat for Roberts, the catcher. Roberts had that base hit last time up. Slider just misses, says the home plate umpire, Harvey Freed. So I would assume a lot of multi-sport guys, we're talking about some for Western.
Yes.
Plymouth Christian has some as well, huh?
Yes, you would get that at a smaller school, right? So, yeah, a lot of...
That one's going to bounce in front of Antone. Rounding third, headed home is Price. And that is going to tie the ball game.
So, yeah, we got some multiple football players. Beasley back here at catcher, plays basketball. Same with Luke, pitching, basketball player, and Fernandez. Micah plays soccer, basketball, and football. We got Hudson in left here is playing. He actually transferred him from South Lyon this year. That was a big help for us. He moved and he pitched for there for the last 3 years.
Very
so
nice.
he's kind of like he's another one of our pitchers, very solid. So that was a big help for us this year.
A lot of depth. It's all about pitching in the end,
Yeah,
really, the
it
run.
really
and
is.
you have guys that. So Western trying to take the lead. They got a runner at second, and that is Roberts. This is Wiggins. Wiggins has had a productive year. Batting .362 on the season, 20 runs driven in, second best on the team. Strike called there. How about that pitch by Janinigan? Just a 10th grader, part of this youth movement. I know Micah part of that as well. He's almost a senior leader on this team as a junior.
Yes, no doubt, yeah. Hudson's the one senior on the team. That's the one that transferred in this year. That's been a great help with his leadership, just being a little bit of an older guy and help lead the younger guys. And they had to grow up real quick, though. Nice.
Handcuffed him, got him on strike, strands a runner. So Western ties it. We got a 1-1 tie, but what a ball game. Runner stranded at second. We go to the top half of the fourth. Joe, thank you very much.
Yeah,
we appreciate it. Thanks for making this broadcast possible. We really appreciate your support, my man.
Yes, Plymouth Christian really appreciates you being here, and they're very excited about the broadcast.
Thanks, Joe. Hope
All
to
right,
do more in
thank
the
you.
future.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
That's Joe Levine. We'll take a timeout. We're back on the prep right after this.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores! Welcome back to Walled Lake. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, YouTube. We got it all, even LinkedIn. We are The Prep. Follow us at The Prep 3. You can also email us if you have any questions, concerns, comments. info@theprepsports.com. Plymouth Christian, the Eagles, out of the Michigan Independent Athletic Conference. The Blue, a perfect 10-0 this year. Undefeated. They never done that in school history. 238 students, co-ed private, and they were the runners-up from a year ago in Division 4. Aero Percola in his first year, Macomb Dakota blood, Ohio Valley University, and he was a starting pitcher there, 2021 graduate, and he's doing great things at Plymouth Christian in his first year. Wasn't an assistant here, didn't have any experience. Brand new face, fresh face, new program for him. And wow, what an impact he's already had in year one.
Yeah, a big time year, 21-10, and obviously a team that would like to get back to where they were at the end of last year. I'm sure a sour taste to end the year so close to that state championship on the doorstep as the state runners-up, and I'm sure they want to take it one step further this postseason.
Trying to do it, trying to redeem that loss and that ticket back to Lansing in the state finals. We've got a new pitcher in the game for Walled Lake Western as promised. It's the left-handed #1 starter, Zach Emmer. Guy was the athlete of the month at Walled Lake Western this past month for his efforts against Catholic Central and Novi and South Lyon. And that hat keeps flying off.
2 for 2. We'll see how that either it's not tight enough or there needs to be a haircut. One of two. I'm not sure what.
He's battled injuries throughout his career. But, Joey, when he's been healthy, what is it that they like about the left-hander, Zach Emmer?
Yeah, nice velocity, dials it up into the mid-80s, and he's got a very good curveball. Working on sharpening that, a little bit loopy at times, but, yeah, nice combination that the lefty possesses.
Fernandez is tardy with that fastball. Fernandez started the game as a pitcher, now the shortstop. Did he go? Yes, he did. David Crow said so. That's a strikeout. So 1 up, no 1 down. Zach Emmer, the lefty, the ace of the staff, comes in with a splash after he fell behind 2-0.
Yeah, Fernandez not able to hold up. It was pretty close. We'll see what it looks like on the replay. It looks like it did kind of cross the plane there. Nice job by both umpires working together to get the call right.
Well, if this guy's the G of the game, we're going to have to get him like an extra small. Like, I mean, the lettuce is flowing and that hat is flying. Swing and a miss. This is Loisel, the hitter. Miles Loisel, the sophomore. And the #5 hitter in the lineup for Aero Percola. 1-1 ball game.
Yeah, you know, I'm almost surprised. Not that I'm not sure what could even be said to him or how it could be done, but there's pretty strict rules regarding pitchers and what they can do and what they can have on. And I feel like that hat flying off might be a little bit difficult for the hitters.
Yeah, you're right about that. We'll have to talk in between innings with our boy Harvey Freed.
Yeah.
Where strikes feel so good in fashion. Here's another look.
Yeah, some good gas early from Emmer. Really nice 1-2 punch with him and Hoffmeyer. You can only imagine what this rotation would have looked like if Schwerking was also available throughout the year, future Chippewa, but a nice 1-2 punch as it is.
Yeah, you're not kidding. That is the curveball. That's over for a strike. It's kind of a loopy curve that they're trying to shape a little more into, and I think you saw some snap in that one. Swing and a miss. Off goes the hat again. It's like the plane takeoff count at Troy Oakland Airport for Brother Ice games.
Yeah, exactly.
The hat count.
I think we're probably about 90% of the pitches that hat's flying.
Shalek, the batter. Inside corner, strike called. This man's a strike machine. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Let's go to the bottom of the 4th. This is all about Zach Emmer and the hat.
Years of playing sports took a toll on my feet. The worst was the tear in my Achilles tendon. I went to fix my feet today, and I've been pain-free for 2 years. I'm back to pickleball 5 days a week. Amazing!
I've been fixing foot pain for decades. Don't give up hope. Call or visit Fix My Feet today.
Fix My Feet is now open in Rochester Hills, located on Rochester Road in the Target Center. Come in for a free consultation.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
Four wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut. So here comes Walled Lake Western. It is 6, 7, and 8 for Walled Lake Western in a 1-1 game. Pitcher out for his second inning of work is Janinigan. He's thrown 14 pitches. And he's working against Hoffmeyer. Hoffmeyer started the game on the mound and has stayed in to hit. 345 hitter, 21 runs driven in. This is a big, powerful right-handed bat.
Yeah, after it looked kind of threatening early, it looks like maybe the weather has sort of leveled off.
It's moved along. It's carried on. And we're ready for baseball again. Just a little hint of trouble in the beginning. Breaking ball taken down low. It's a leadoff walk for the ever dynamic right-handed hitting and right-handed pitching Lucas Hoffmeyer. And leadoff walks, we know how those usually end up.
We'll see if Goffey can get him over or do some damage himself.
Goffey, the lefty, against the righty. He's just a sophomore. Big boy, 6'4", 225. Plays D-line for Corey Saroch, the head football coach at Walled Lake Western. Formerly of Farmington High School. Throw back to first. They're nervous about Hoffmeyer. He does run well. They're right to be nervous about him. Fine save by Beasley. Both catchers have had a clean game today. You know, you see a lot of pass balls. We haven't seen one, really.
Yeah, really nice defense from both sides all over the field. Seen some nice placing. A big double play turn on the part of the Warriors.
Mm-hmm. Goffey, the 7-hitter, with the runner not going, looks at it upstairs. 3-0, and looks like Janinigan might have lost a little something. There is activity in the Eagles' pen. And that is a strike called. Get me over right down the middle of Beck Road. And 3-1.
Goffey can still afford to be patient. Still has to make him throw a couple more strikes. Not easy to do, 3-0, to come back with 3 good ones.
Tight one between the Division I Warriors and the Division IV Plymouth Christian Eagles. First and second, nobody out. And this is Klima, the batter. He walked his first time up. And a big spot here for Kyle.
You probably imagine, although, I mean, there's been the control problems here for Janinigan, but if you're Peterson, it's a low-scoring game. You're getting into the later stages. A bunt, obviously, would be pretty beneficial But at the same time, do you want to give a free out to a guy who's having a little bit of a hard time finding the zone?
Yep. So the head coach is out to have a word, and that is Eero Perkala. Long chat as activity continues, and look, you've come this far in this game, you've hung around, and you know, this is where I guess you have to make some decisions on, as a coach, are you saving arms for the playoffs that are coming up, or you know, do you go for it all here and try to make a statement?
Yeah, kind of a tricky in between. You know, you want to be rested. The most important games of the year are coming up. At the same time, there's confidence to be drawn from a good result here. I think Peterson let us know he was taking this game seriously, and he knew they were playing a good opponent and what a win could do for their confidence.
Yep. Swing and a miss. Climo was swinging for the downs. Was fooled with that one.
So the difference between
Outside corner, so back to back. The message from Eero Perkala was better throw strikes.
Yeah, let's see some strikes. Let's keep them off balance, and maybe a little surprise on the part of Western that no bunt deployed here.
A bluff back, and Hoffmeyer was ready to get dirty. No outs. That one is a defensive swing by Klima. Hoffmeyer at second, Goffey at first. Couple of big fellas ready to rock the bases. Klima keeps that one upstairs and has worked this count back to 1-2.
Yeah, Janinigan would be in trouble if this was the big leagues now. They only allow a couple step-offs per at-bat. He's definitely making sure to keep an eye on these runners.
Where's that pitch clock?
Yeah, let's keep it moving.
Up and in. Klima with a good eye has leveled this count at 2-2. The senior second baseman. Swings and drives it to center. Levine is back, makes the catch. Hoffmeyer tags. The throw is a good one, but not in time. So Hoffmeyer gets in there with a slide and a good throw, and this is good baseball all around, Joey.
Yeah, but good at bat. You know, he did his job. He needed to get a man over. Nice fly ball to medium depth in center, and pretty good effort as well from the center fielder, Levine from Plymouth Christian.
Yeah, good throw. Center, and the runner stays at first in Goffey. That's just the first out of the inning, so that advances the runner to third. And now we'll see what the pitcher Janinigan can do. Double play depth up the middle with Fernandez and Shalek.
Yeah, potentially a play there where you can get a good jump off first, you're tagging, and once you see the trajectory of that throw, airmailing the cutoff going to third, you can kind of just mosey and waltz into second, but did not happen there.
No, sir. Janinigan, the sophomore, with that slider that bounces over the knees to Lazic for a strike called. Quickly ahead 0-2. And the attack and the command is notably different, Joey.
Yeah, a strikeout would be massive here with a man on third and just one out.
Got him on strikes. 2 outs. The K for Janinigan, and that'll flip the lineup to the top. Here comes Boyce with a big opportunity with runners at the corners, but how about this set down?
Yeah, really nice. He went after the 9-hole hitter. He knew that was a key at bat. Didn't want to even let him put it in play, and disposed of him in 3 pitches. And now has to get Boyce, a leadoff man, very disciplined hitter. You know, one of the biggest at bats here in the game.
So Boyce, the right guy up for the Warriors. What a year this guy has had. .321 with 13 runs driven in. He also runs very well. Tie game at 1. Bottom of the 4th. Hoffmeyer at 3rd. Goffey at 1st.
Yeah, Peterson has described Boyce as an extremely disciplined hitter, so you have to imagine that in order to retire him here, Janitigan's going to have to come into the strike zone.
Pitch in the dirt, gets away from the catcher Beasley, and in to score comes Hoffmeyer. It's 2-1 Walled Lake Western on the pass ball / wild pitch. And here we'll see it.
Yeah, I think that's pretty hot one to handle there for Beasley. That was about a 58-footer, didn't quite get there, and both runners move up, and the Warriors take the lead.
So, here you have it. This is now a runner at second base, and Western would love to keep adding on here. They've seen the Eagles are here to play. So, first and second now, and that'll bring up Bernie Amador.
And we'll see the staff of Plymouth Christian come out. We'll see if that might be end of the line here for Janinigan.
I think it might be, and I think it is. We'll step aside and tell you all about the new pitcher for Plymouth Christian with some responsibility here. 2-1, Western has taken the lead in the 4th. Back in a moment.
From an ordinary idea comes a great journey. It all starts with a simple thought, a vision of something bigger, greater than what already exists. It's that spark that ignites the passion and drive to create something truly amazing. At G-Brand, we understand this journey well. We take pride in the details and perfecting every aspect of the process, regardless of how small or big they may be. Because it's more than just a design or a shirt. It's about outfitting future champions. There's something to be said about a team coming together, each member contributing their unique skills, talents, and ideas. It's that collective effort that takes a simple idea and turns it into something truly great. The process can be excruciating, with countless hours spent tirelessly reviewing every detail. But the end result is pure and so rewarding, knowing that we've created something that will inspire greatness in those who wear it. Whether they come from a savage land or a booming metropolis, whether their numbers are 2 or 2 billion, the greatest their numbers could ever become is truly to become one. That's why at G-Brand, we're more than just a clothing company. We're a movement, a community of like-minded.
Shane Slocum is the new pitcher that checks in for Plymouth Christian. He's got a runner at second and Goffey at first. It's Boyce. And this is number 14, Bernie Amador, the number 2 hitter and the center fielder. Western has taken the lead and taken advantage of, well, a pass ball or a wild pitch. I don't know how they scored it, but
that ball looked to be pretty well in the dirt. I think we'll give that one to the pitcher.
Yeah,
I think.
Okay. You're a better judge of those things than I. I'm a former catcher, so I'll
try to give the
throw
benefit of the
wild
doubt.
pitch, everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just my biasy. There's a tapper to first. That one's going to roll foul if they let it, and they'll let it. That's an out that you just would love to see him get if that's something they're wanting.
Yeah, been a tricky inning here. Some control issues on the part of Plymouth Christian, and then a wild pitch as well. So not even a ton done with the bat, but a scrappy inning from Walled Lake Western, and the opportunity for Amador to tack on here with some key insurance runs.
You bet. So, Amador awaits, lefty on lefty. That's a breaking ball over for a strike. Slocum with a slow dripper that dances in for the K at the end of the inning, but not before the Warriors take the lead.
Throughout your life, from big moments to ones well-earned, we're your financial guardian angel. Alliance Catholic Credit Union.
Walled Lake Western, the Warriors, state champions in 1984 under Chuck Apap. Yes, sir. Cam View, you might recall, one of the better pitchers who's been around and has done some great things. Michigan State, he walked on, and watch out. All he did was get drafted by the Tigers, and he's had a good run. Was also drafted by the Pirates in the 6th round later, as he did not go into the draft. But Walled Lake Western, that 84 team, Dan Gabriel, who could forget him, former first rounder that went to the Boston Red Sox, the 21st overall pick. And yeah, Chuck Apap, who did more than coach baseball here, actually known more for a football coach, and got the Warriors to the state championship game against Reese Puffer in '93, and so on and so forth. Chuck doing great things, retired now in Arizona. But a rich history of Walled Lake Western and their athletics. Good youth programs here in Walled Lake. Wixom, Commerce, the Lakes area. And they're looking to make some moves. 4 straight winning years under this new head coach, Scott Peterson. And they've got a left-hander, Zach Emmer, who they really trust right now, Joey, on the mound. The guy who's trying to overcome the injury bug the last couple seasons.
Yeah, hasn't had great luck with his health. Had kind of some funny injuries, elbow injured while shagging flies, and broke a foot. But now healthy and extremely productive. Had a great inning last time in the 4th, holding onto a slim 1-run lead.
That's the worst. Shagging flies and you break your elbow.
I think that was kind of the downfall of Mark Fidrich as well.
Yeah,
stepped on a sprinkler head or something and was never the same.
Yeah, and fixing trucks back home in rural Massachusetts, and yeah, God rest his soul. There's a shot to right center. That's going to get down for a base hit. It'll drop in front of Price, and Emmer gives up the first hit of his outing. And this is a nice piece of hitting that goes the other way. How about this piece of hitting from Hudson Campbell, the senior?
Yeah, really nice approach there, taking it the other way, using Emmer's velocity, just a nice, easy swing. Great start to the inning, a promising beginning here, trailing by 1.
We're going to get a pinch runner, courtesy runner. His name's Ty Edwards. He's a senior. You'll see him in the outfield. You'll see him as a pitcher. But this is a big at-bat for Dylan Beasley, who had an RBI double his last time up. And this is the man that is responsible for the 1 ribeye in this game for the Eagles. Outside corner, that's a strike called. The hat's down again. That's the 8th time.
You keeping count?
Hat tracker.
Yep.
Yeah, how can you not?
No, I think he's going to be well into double digits.
Yep. Lefty keeping him tight. That one's well outside the zone. Danny Beasley, just a sophomore catcher, promising 10th grader. He's worked this count in his favor.
Yeah, Emmer kind of leaving everything high and away thus far in this at bat.
Zach Emmer, the lefty, 3-1. And that is a strike, the top side of the zone. Count is full. We'll see if Edwards is off and running. He's not. Swing and a miss. Emmer comes back and gets another K. Easily upset with himself after he was ahead 3-1, Joey.
Yeah, when Emmer's been able to keep that ball in the zone with that good firm fastball, the Plymouth Christians had a very difficult time catching up with it. Another strikeout. Inning in the third, I'm trying to think if he's retired anybody by anything but a strikeout.
I don't think so. It's a good observation. Walled Lake Western will play in a district amongst their rivals at Walled Lake Northern. It'll be Walled Lake Central, Walled Lake Northern, Walled Lake Western, and Lakeland. Emmer's given up just the 1 hit and 4 strikeouts. You're right. All outs have been recorded, I believe, via the K. That one's fouled up and away and behind us.
Pat the stat right on that, as per usual.
Yeah, he's back on his game. A little rough start with some precipitation that got him off his game a bit, but he bounced back. Brought me a nice polo today. Saved the day. I was wearing a sweatshirt. Of course, when it was 80 degrees before it got cold. There goes the runner. He falls down to throw down to second. And watch out. Edwards is in a pickle, and Edwards needs some new spikes. He's spinning around there like a top, and he's finally tagged out by Wiggins. He had the base stolen. Edwards took off, and he fell down halfway through the attempt.
Yeah, he was going to be in there easily, and his feet just failed him at the worst moment, just about 10 feet short of second base. Kind of face planted. We'll see it here. He had nothing but time to get down there. Catcher had to retrieve the ball. Actually did a pretty good job in that pickle. Hung in for a while, but nothing he could do at the end.
No. So that's a big, big out, and so is that. Emmer shuts it down. 5 Ks for the Husky lefty as he retires the side. This his latest.
West Oakland Wings baseball.
Focus. Hard work.
Sportsmanship.
Perseverance.
Respect. Integrity.
Got a boy.
1, 2, 3. Wings.
Huron Valley Athletic Complex, where dreams, passion, and hard work create success.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores! Thanks to our friends at Tropical Smoothie Cafe on Woodward in Royal Oak. Oh, they did us right today. 248-951-8987. Go find them right in the heart of Woodward. Thanks so much to Tropical Smoothie Cafe and Joe Levine, the great folks at that Royal Oak Woodward location. Woodward and 12 Mile. We go to the 5th inning. Walled Lake Western in the bottom half trying to add on. Joey, right now they've got a 1-run lead. Plymouth Christian showing they're not going away. Western knows they probably need to get something moving here this inning to get some insurance.
Yeah, you always feel far more comfortable with 3-1, 4-1 than you do just a 1-run lead where, you know.
This one is smoked by Lucas Price to center. And right there, Johnny on the spot, Michael Levine makes an easy play.
Yeah, one of the harder hit balls of the day thus far from Walled Lake Western. Lucas Price got a good piece of that, but right at the center fielder. And yeah, obviously 1-run lead or a walk and a double or a walk and a home run, suddenly you're trailing. So Western would love to get one more somehow, but been good pitching on both sides today.
Really has. So a loud out from Lucas Price, the 3-hitter. That'll bring up the cleanup man, Gavin Roberts, who's been on base via a base hit.
Slocum kind of got that Chris Sale frame, tall and gangly and lanky, coming from the left side.
He does. Oh, Chris Sale, remember him.
He had a weird incident once where the White Sox were playing in Detroit, and I believe he was so upset with the uniforms that the colors they were going to wear that day. I think he refused to pitch or something.
I think you're right. Ground ball to short. Fernandez boots it, recovers, and he won't make the play. A rare error from Fernandez at short. It comes with one out. And reaching is Roberts. So he'll get a courtesy ran for, and here's another look at the rare error from Fernandez.
Yeah, it was going to be a little bit of a difficult play. It was in the hole, but with the catcher running, I think as long as he fields it and gets it over, get the out relatively easily. So an uncharacteristic mishap for Fernandez.
Jackson Fetch is back out there, number 8, to pinch run. Wiggins, the batter. 1-run lead for Western. It was Plymouth Christian that took a 1-0 lead in the game. Western would come back to tie it at 1, and then come back to take the lead at 2-1. Popped up. Beasley goes back, and that will get amongst the customers. And that'll get tossed back in.
You ever caught a foul ball? I've been to a bunch of games in my life. I've never got a foul ball.
I have. I've got some balls before. I used to go real early to games and
batting practice.
And, oh yeah. Frank Viola gave me my first baseball out of the dugout. Twins-Tigers game. Remember the old lefty?
87
yes.
World Series MVP, yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Exactly right. So that was, but he gave it to me. I think I asked him, begged him all game.
That's pretty good to get a ball from a Cy Young winner.
Yeah, and it was pre-Cy Young.
Yeah,
so it was like
85, 86,
yeah, he didn't quite get it, and I didn't know how good he was at that point.
Right. It's got to be worth $1 or $2 now.
I think so. I think I played with it in the yard a
Yeah.
few times, and it's long gone, as Ernie Harwell might say. That's a breaking ball. It's popped up. It's foul. The runner, Fetch, was off and running. And Scott Peterson does trust this bat and this player in Wiggins. Raves about how he's such a good baseball mind and a coach on the field. And this is a guy you can trust to hit in a 1-2 count hit and run.
Yeah, he's putting bat on the ball. He's just got to straighten it out a little bit. He's got good speed at first with Fetch. That's so Fetch. Mean Girls, remember? Yeah.
Yes, very good. Slocum's pitch on the outside corner just missed. It's a good take from Wiggins, who's got that back pocket stuffed on both pocket. Got a towel in there. He's ready.
He's ready to do.
He's got some Windex. Look at that those back pockets.
He's loaded.
He's got some extra spikes. Foul back, and that got the catcher Beasley somewhere where there's not equipment.
You know, the sliding mitt or whatever, the oven mitt, whatever. But as far as the big towel in the back pocket, that's not something you see all that often.
No, he's got his gear.
He could lend it to Freed if Freed needs to kind of clear off home plate.
Slocum, so there you see it. Towel.
Can't say I know for certain the
oven mitt.
The use of that towel.
maybe clean off the base. He might be doing some maintenance work.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, you know, there's things you can do with that towel. He's sweating. I mean, it's multi-purpose. It's like a handkerchief. Let your grandpa have a handkerchief.
Right.
Foul tip. Wiggins giving Slocum a battle, and that's no surprise. Wiggins has had an outstanding career, and he's had some big numbers, very healthy numbers. Wiggins batting .362, 20 runs driven in. 2-2 with one out. The lefty Slocum. That one is driven to left. That one is down for a base hit. Holding at second is Fetch. It's a Wiggins whack to left, and the Warriors keep the lineup moving.
What a nice at-bat for Bryce Wiggins. Fought off a bunch of tricky breaking balls that had frozen some of his teammates prior from Slocum, and Wiggins waited it out, got a good pitch, and rifled it to left. We'll see if they can keep the train moving here with Hoffmeyer.
It's the 5th hit of the day for Wall Lake Western. So, Hoffmeyer has walked twice today. He scored a run. He scored on that wild pitch. That was the go-ahead run. It's Fetch at second. It's Wiggins at first. It's one out. And a one-run lead for Wall Lake Western. And there is that loopy curve by the floppy-haired southpaw.
A lot of good hair in this game.
There is.
Got Emmer on one side. The hat can't even stay on. And now Slocum showing what he's got.
That one's chopped to third, handled by Weaver. He'll throw to first, and he gets the out. Touch the bag at third for the force. Double play. How about the savviness by Weaver to get it to pop? 2 for the price of 1.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McKinley scores! Jets Pizza, I was just getting my last bite in. Man, delicious pepperoni, XL, 24 pieces, turbo bread, wings. We had some chicken pieces. I don't know, chicken bites they call it. Delicious, everything. Find them in Westland on Wayne Road. Find them in Ann Arbor on Plymouth Road. Find them in Peachtree City. We don't discriminate. We're going to go down to the dirty South and eat some Jets, dang it. And thanks so much for Joe Levine and his sponsorship and the owner and proprietor of Jets Pizzas in those 3 locations. Thank you, Joe. So we got a game. He's Joey Yashinsky. My name's Chad Bush. We're the Prep. Alex Westfall, your executive producer. And looking at the numbers, Emmer has been special, Joey. 5 Ks, no walks, which is key in just 1 hit in this game. He has proven to be that ace that he was teased to be.
Yeah, and really the only out that they got that wasn't a strikeout wasn't necessarily his fault. That was a base runner slipping up and getting caught in a pickle. If he had the opportunity, he very well could be 6 for 6 with the punch out.
1, 2, and 3 for the Eagles, and they like who they've got coming up. How about the hustle from the on-deck man? Are you kidding me? You will never see hustle like that out of anybody.
Future bat boy in the big leagues or something.
I love it. That's how you hustle. Emmer gets Janinigan swinging for the downs. The sophomore Luke Janinigan hanging tough.
They told us 85 before the game, but at least based on hitter reaction times and the way that ball's coming in from our vantage point, looks to be even better than that.
Yeah. Emmer has his sign, the 2-2 upstairs, full count. So Janinigan, critical at bat, time winding down, 6 outs to work with, 6th inning, team down a run. He's the leadoff guy.
Heart of the order, big at bat, big pitch here.
Strike 3 called. Emmer gets number 6. He's got a half a dozen Ks. That one was attack mode.
Yeah, this is becoming old hat here for Emmer. Every batter that's come to the plate basically has been retired. Strike out, some looking, some swinging, but they cannot catch up to his fastball.
So here's Cooper Weaver. Tommy John surgery. And he's come back stronger than ever. What a great story. Cooper Weaver, what he's been able to overcome.
Big time defensive play in the bottom half there from Weaver on third base. Ball looked to be right, straddling that fair or foul. Wasn't quite sure. I think the Walled Lake Western coach had a little bit of objection to the call, but excellent double play. Perfect 5-3 double play.
402 hitter is Weaver. Hat off, that's 10.
Maybe it needs to be tighter, or there's just too much lettuce to.
Strike called. I think it just needs to be tighter. I think it's an easy fix. Instead of a large, it's a small medium. I mean, you saw what happened with Slocum. It fits him beautifully. He's got a nice head of hair.
Yep.
It can work for this kid. That one's fouled up and away and near the tennis courts where we're plugging our power into. How's that power working out? It's nice. We found a home over in those tennis courts.
Some of the last tennis courts that haven't been turned into pickleball courts yet. That's sort of the trend around the world right now.
Trend in our neighborhood, no doubt. You and I have not done a
No,
little
we'll
battle.
have to get out there.
Yeah, we'll have to get it rocking. You, me, and we'll grab Joanne, and
exactly,
and we'll get a match going. So 2-1, Walled Lake Western on top. The Division I Warriors finding themselves in a battle with their fellow mates from across the way in Plymouth. Plymouth Christian, a Division IV school, making a statement, hanging. They're not happy just to hang, though. They want to win. They've played tougher teams this year. They've played tough competition. That's what they believe in, and Aero Percola has continued that this year.
Yeah, and they've come here ready to compete. They know it's a bigger school, bigger enrollment, but that doesn't intimidate them. Hanging right with Walled Lake Western, they just need a base runner.
That is ball 4. That's the first of the day. Emmer didn't love it, and RV Freed didn't like that he didn't love it, and so here is a big spot for Levine.
I think the zone from Freed has been very consistent. I don't think he gives you a hugely wide berth, but if you're on the corner on the black, he'll give you the call. I've liked his work today.
Levine tardy with that Emmer fastball. What a year for Micah Levine, All-State a year ago. Big bat, big spot here. But he's behind 0-2. Emmer continues to fill the zone after he dealt his first walk of the day.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way these at-bats are materializing. He either puts you on with four balls or he's going to strike you out, and that's where this one's headed.
Swing and a miss, down on strikes. Emmer's 7th of the day. And that will leave things up to Fernandez. Here's another look at that fastball in the outside corner. Well located again, hat off.
Yeah, it might be time. I mean, obviously you don't want to make it out on the bases, but pretty important to get a guy into scoring position. Hard to imagine extra bases against Emmer. You'd love to get a man to second base. Easier said than done with a good lefty with a quick motion to the plate.
Yep.
Not much of a jump that you'd be able to get.
The 2-0. Strike called 2-1. Brother Rice and Catholic Central are playing down the road in Novi. And right now it's 7-1 Brother Rice playing. Kind of an odd time for them to play each other, but they're getting ready to gear up to play in the MHSA playoffs, and they're not going to see each other. They wouldn't probably until, the finals. And Brother Rice 7, Catholic Central 1. Brother Rice looking to sweep him for time. How about that? Goffey against the fence. Tracks it, makes the catch. PCA strands a runner. We go to the bottom half of the 6th, Western by 1.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
Scott Peterson, head coach at Wall Lake Western, 4th year. He came by way of South Lyon East, and 34 years in his total resume. He went to Northville. That's his alma mater, class of 86. He's also a Wayne State Tartar, class of 91. I think he might have played with Jay Alexander. Played baseballs with injury, pushed him into coaching, but a great career, 68-44 overall. And mistaken for a Detroit Red Wing in 1994, and he ended up signing over 100 autographs. I wonder what Red Wing he was
that's what I'm
mistaken
trying
for.
to think of. 94 could have been.
That's awesome.
Number of guys during that time, maybe Keith Primo or Paul Eisenbart or Chevelday.
Sure,
some old names there.
That's a reset. Mike Vernon was on that club, I think, in '94. But I don't think anybody's interesting. That would have been a good follow-up.
Yeah, I meant to ask him that and forgot, and now we're just left to wonder which of those 20 guys he was. I mean, it's one thing to look like someone and they say, "Hey, are you so-and-so?" It's another to then sign 100 autographs. I guess he was just basking in the moment.
Well, and then the other question was, how much did he charge for each of those autographs? I kid. Swing and a miss. So this is Goffey. This is the big fella.
Those are worth about as much as your busted viola ball from 30 years ago.
Swing and a miss. How about Slocum? He's been special. And he's got Goffey all out of whack. Another K for Special S.
Strikeouts have been frequent in this game, coming fast and furious. Good pitching on both sides. Almost feels like we're doing a CHSL game with the 1-1 count, but these guys are doing it, going the full 3 strikes.
2 strikeouts now for Slocum. He's given up just the 1 hit in this game, and you asked for it. 8 strikeouts. for Plymouth Christian Academy. But yeah, Wall Lake Western has also had a big number in the K department on this Tuesday as we ramp up for the MHSAA playoffs coming up. It's 13 strikeouts that Emmer and Hoffmeyer have combined for. They've almost split them right down the middle. Here's Klima. Off speed pitch inside corner, strike called. Kyle Klima, the senior, 6 foot, 155. 9 runs driven and 4 stolen bases. As he stays off. He's been on base once today with a walk. Western trying to add an insurance run. They lead 2-1. Klima laces one up the middle, and a rob job by Janinigan at second base to steal one away from Klima. Wow.
A fabulous effort from Janinigan off the bat. That ball looked to be headed right to center field, but a great reaction, great instincts from the second baseman there. Hat flying off, as is the theme today, and a big out. They want to keep this a 1-run game, and Janinigan helping his pitcher out.
Indeed. So here is Sachs. This will be a pinch hitter, Logan Sachs, who will come on to pinch hit for Novak Lazic. Batting .211 on the year, 4 runs driven in, and a home run. Up and coming catcher. He missed 4 weeks due to an arm injury. But he's come back, hit a big home run against South Lyon. They beat South Lyon, did Wall Lake Western. They beat Novi. They lost closely to Catholic Central. Then they went out and got mercied by, or run ruled by South Lyon. And Scott Peters says, look, we're Jekyll and Hyde at times. And Joey, that's kind of what you have with a young team.
And I think he likes the version that he's seen today. I mean, not a ton of offense to speak of, but otherwise a clean game and excellent pitching.
Yep. Slocum misses inside, so Sachs gets a pinch hit walk with 2 outs. That'll flip the lineup to the top, and here comes Ryan Boyce, the senior left fielder.
Yeah, really big run out there on first base. We'll see if Boyce can try and put one in the gap. See if they maybe get Sachs on the move, try and create some action here to make this a 3-1 game.
Boyce is grounded out to shortstop. He's been on base once today via the walk. That's the curveball over for a strike. Another breaking ball in the inside corner. I mean, Slocum's just got confidence in this breaker. He doesn't need to throw anything else.
No, I mean, that breaking ball, he's really been locating it effectively. And then, you know, on an 0-2, if he does want to elevate some kind of fastball, it'd be pretty tough to lay off.
Tough to lay off that one.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the worst idea behind in the count anyway to try and get that runner down a second. We'll see if they try and run.
Showdown in Division 4 on Saturday as Beale City will take on Sacred Heart. Mount Pleasant, Sacred Heart. Those are the number 1 and 2 teams in Division 4 right now. Mount Pleasant, Sacred Heart is Pat the Stats' alma mater. He always monitors them very closely. Ground ball to second. Janinigan will race and beat the runner to second. And the side is retired. So, last call for Plymouth Christian Academy. Down a run. Can they make a move? Can they beat the big bad boys from Beck Road? Come on back for the finale right after this.
West Oakland Wings baseball.
Focus. Hard work.
Sportsmanship.
Perseverance.
Respect. Integrity.
That boy. 1, 2, 3. Wins.
Huron Valley Athletic Complex, where dreams, passion, and hard work create success.
Well, here's our fresh rankings. And Brother Rice, of course, top seeded. Northville, number 2. Catholic Central, 3. That's Macomb, Dakota at 4. Orchard Lake St. Mary's comes in at 5. Seaholm at 6. West Bloomfield at 7. Lake Orion at 8. That's the Troy Colts at 9. And that's the Schwarzenegger's New Boston Huron Club at 10. And Troy right now in a battle with Berkeley, and it has just become a final. Hey, yeah, get down. It's the 7th. So congratulations to the Troy Colts. They advance with a 1-0 win over the Berkeley Bears, ending our neighborhood school season.
Yeah.
Thank Austin Sonnenberg for that.
It's going to be
thanks, Austin.
It's going to be a sad night in our area tonight.
Yeah. What's your address? What is it? 123 Victoria Lane?
You're pretty close. You can come for some lemonade or peach juice. We had a lemonade stand out yesterday. And
oh, is that right? How did Elizabeth do?
Yeah, we made a few bucks.
Nice. Swing and a miss. Emmer's not messing around. He comes out firing, and he makes quick work. And that is quickly an out. That's Miles Loisel who goes down. Emmer with his 8th K, and 2 outs left. Here's another look at this last one.
Oh, yeah, Emmer's been fabulous. And if there was any doubt coming in as to the strategy from the managers, they want to play for the win, play for rest. I mean, Peterson's going all out, employing his best pitcher here to bring this one home.
Zach Emmer just pumping strikes in. Guy who finally is healthy. Broke his foot a couple years back to start the year, out for the season. 2 games in last year, shagging flies, broke his elbow. Finally healthy. And he is showing that he can compete. He competed with Novi, South Lyon, Catholic Central, Athlete of the Month at Wall Lake Western. This is outside. He's facing Brandon Shalleck, the number 6 hitter.
And I'd say for the last several at-bats, Chad, he's done away with any breaking stuff, and he's pretty much just gone straight heat, and they haven't been able to do anything with it.
2-2 with 2 outs remaining for Plymouth Christian, who's come in here and competed against against Division I Walled Lake Western. By the way, Plymouth Christian will be in District 128 at Whitmore Lake High School with Lutheran Westland, Novi Christian, Frankel Jewish Academy, Westland Hope Christian Academy, and Whitmore Lake. That one's just wide of the bag at 3rd. That would have helped. So not a whole lot of resistance in District 128, but they will have some in their super regional.
Yeah, Frankel Academy. That's where I coached for 1 year in the Catholic League with a record of 118-1. So when you
118-1.
When you say not much resistance, you are correct in that way.
With all due respect to your former club, that one is bombed to right, but right there is Price to back up and make the catch for the 2nd out.
You know, give credit to the outfield from Walled Lake Western there for Price. I mean, the way that Emmer's been pitching, you're not necessarily ready for a ball to be put in play.
Right.
And it's almost like you're awoken from a deep sleep. But he went back on that ball, made a nice play, hard hit ball.
Yep. So that will leave it all up to Mr. Campbell. Hudson Campbell, transferred in from South Lyon in the offseason. Swing and a miss. Emmer just pumping strikes. '59th pitch is as difficult as pitch one looked like to hit. And it started 2-0 for this young man. Just seems he's thrown strikes ever since. An impressive outing for Emmer, who closes the deal. Hat off, take a bow. Emmer with a K. Western wins. It wasn't easy. PCA puts up a fight, but in the end, it's the boys from Wall Lake Western with a W. We're back with a G of the game, highlights, scores from around the league, and much, much more. Thanks for watching. We're the Prep. Come on back, won't you?
From an ordinary idea comes a great journey. It all starts with the simple thought, a vision of something bigger, greater than what already exists. It's that spark that ignites the passion and drive to create something truly amazing. At G-Brand, we understand this journey well. We take pride in the details and perfecting every aspect of the process, regardless of how small or big they may be. Because it's more than just a design or a shirt. It's about outfitting future champions. There's something to be said about a team coming together, each member contributing their unique skills, talents, and ideas. It's that collective effort that takes a simple idea and turns it into something truly great. The process can be excruciating, with countless hours spent tirelessly reviewing every detail. But the end result is pure and so rewarding, knowing that we've created something that will inspire greatness in those who wear it. Whether they come from a savage land or a booming metropolis, whether their numbers are 2 or 2 billion, the greatest their numbers could ever become is truly to become one. That's why at G-Brand, we're more than just a clothing company. We're a movement, a community of like-minded individuals who believe in the power of coming together to make a difference. So join us on this journey as we strive to outfit future champions and inspire greatness in all that we do. G-Brand. Now that's game.
All right, this is Adam, take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Every high school sporting event in the state of Michigan has one thing in common: officials. Every game, every meet, every match. Without officials, there'd be no touchdowns, no three-pointers, no face-offs. Without officials, there'd be no games. Officiating is a great way to give back to your community and stay involved with the sports you love. And officials are needed now more than ever, because without officials, it's just practice.
I love running and working out, but my heel pain was devastating. So I go to fix my feet today, and in about 30 minutes, I walked out pain-free and could not believe it.
Even if you think you tried everything and nothing has worked for you, call or visit Fix My Feet today.
Fix My Feet is now open in Rochester Hills, located on Rochester Road in the Target Center. Come in for a free consultation.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
More wide receivers. Pressure, steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown, Warriors! What a cut. Welcome back. We're back with our G of the game. Zach Emmer, what a game. I mean, you came out, threw a couple balls to start, and then it was just strike pumping. You looked very confident out there with your command.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah.
This was a game that you guys used as a tune-up. You knew it was a good team coming in. Yeah. Just talk about the battle when you took over the game and came in with 4 shutout innings.
Yeah, so starting pitcher Lucas Hoffmeyer did a great job, only giving up 1 earned. Offense did their job, and just to come in and shut down the game. Worked for the team. The team hit when we needed to, made plays, so all worked out.
We got a G of the game hat on. It's a smaller hat. It's going to fit your hat. Your hat fell off like 12 times. Yeah. It was working, though. Is that a distraction?
I guess you could see it like that, yeah. It all worked out in the end, though, so I guess I'll keep wearing it.
Yeah, keep it going. What's it like for you guys? It's been a season that you guys have shown as a young team that some ups and downs throughout. Yeah. You guys look to be on a nice run now. Talk about the team moving forward into the playoffs.
Yeah, so it's definitely been we're definitely going uphill as the season's progressing. It's just dialing in for districts. First game against Walled Lake Central, so we're going to prepare this upcoming week, and it's just going to be a good game on Saturday.
Your career, you've had injuries. You've had to battle. Really your first full season. Does it feel like finally I can get out there and prove myself?
Yeah, it feels great. First 2 years got season-ending injuries, so it's great just to be able to play a full season and get in a groove finally.
Congratulations, 9 strikeouts, just 1 hit, 1 walk. All the best in the district. Congratulations, our G of the game.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
You bet. That's Zach Emmer with a lights-out performance, gets the win, 4 innings, 9 strikeouts, and a shutout victory here today for Western. We're back in a moment on the prep. Western wins it 2-1 over Plymouth Christian.
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure, steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown, Warriors! What a cut. Chad and Joey back with you. Here's how it all went down. It was PCA that took the lead for the first time in this ball game. It was a double off the bat of Beasley, and it was a 1-0 lead, Joey. Things were looking good.
They were looking good, and then all of a sudden, the pitching and a little bit of offense took over for Walled Lake Western. A poised performance from the Warriors. They relied on their pitching and were able to scratch a couple runs. It wasn't pretty, but baseball isn't always like that. So a 2-1 score, they'll take it.
Western would tie it in the third, come back in the fourth, and take the lead on a pass ball / wild pitch. There it was, into score. And that was all that Western would need. Great. PCA had their times, Joey, and their threats in this ball game, but Western, again, on the mound, just shut things down with Emmer.
I mean, at some point, it became the Zach Emmer show. I mean, he decided at some point, either in the 5th or 6th frame, breaking balls are over, and you're just going to see number 1, straight country fastball. Couldn't catch up with it all day, 9 strikeouts, and just an unbelievable relief performance. We'll see what he can do come state playoff time.
Hoffmeyer started the game, and he went 3 innings, gave up 6, had 6 strikeouts, 2 hits, 1 run. Meanwhile, Plymouth Christian Academy, they had production as well. Fernandez went 2 innings, gave up 1 hit, and 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Look, he pitched very well. I mean, it was a fine performance all around.
Yeah, nice relief effort from Slocum. We liked what we saw from him out of the bullpen for Plymouth Christian. So, they're going to make some noise in Division 4. Obviously, we saw them reach the state championship game last year. Just ran into too good of pitching. They 15 strikeouts out of 21 outs recorded from Walled Lake Western. So just an explosive performance on the mound.
Best of luck to both these teams as they move forward. Special thanks to Joe Levine and the great folks at Tropical Smoothie Cafe and Jets Pizza. Want to thank our hardworking and talented crew at the Prep. Your executive producer, Alex Westfall. On replay, it's Evan Westfall. Austin Sonnenberg on audio. Rob Hunter on graphics. Sam Fisher on camera. Zach Russell on camera 3. Kyle Buchanan on camera 4. Joe Nicola on utility today. Welcome, Joe. Special thanks to Pat the Stat Bush on statistics. For my partner, Joe Yashinsky. My name is Chad Bush, saying so long from Walled Lake, or Commerce, as they call it now. Walled Lake Western with a 2-1 win and a pitcher's duel. Thanks so much for watching. We'll talk to you on Saturday. Stay tuned to theprepsports.com for more details. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks so much. Your final score, Walled Lake Western 2, Plymouth Christian Academy 1. We're the Prep. Good night, everybody.